what everyone's really here to hear about, Kobe.
Probably the fights, isn't it?
Yeah, probably what happened yesterday.
Yeah. Come on, man.
In regards with Beneil Dariush getting slept for the second time in a row. Was it the first round against Charles as well?
It was, yeah. Yeah, like later in the first round. And it wasn't as clean of a KO, but obviously he got KO'd.
Clean.
Pretty bad.
Clean.
It wasn't as clean, you know.
Oh, Tsarukyan's KO was pretty clean.
That was pretty clean. That was pretty damn clean, honestly. We'll start there, right? We'll start there. So
let's.
Yeah. Beneil Dariush, first round KO loss to Armin Tsarukyan, who's looking like a real world beater, honestly. Like he looks like he could be the next contender for the belt. If not, maybe one more fight. Obviously, Islam is likely to be booked later this year against Charles. So really depends if he wants to be active, because he can be. You know, he took no damage in that fight.
Yeah.
He could walk into another fight right now.
Yeah, he can. That's a very exciting prospect, like you say. Mm-hmm. There was some chat from some of the press to Dana in the post-fight press conference where they said, "Do you think now this does mix up who is the next in line for the belt?" Because obviously we did think it was Charles before. We've seen this happen in previous times where the likes of Dariush Duplessis was going to be overlooked for that.
I'll leave that.
Duplessis. Whatever you want. Yeah.
You got CTE?
Yeah, I have a little bit.
It's Dupli. I've got CTE.
But either way, what I'm saying is it wouldn't be the first time that we've seen someone jump over who we all thought was in line for the belt off an impressive performance like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, obviously, yeah, Dricus got injured. If Charles is to get injured again, it definitely will happen, right? It's got to happen. He is now the clear number one contender outside of Charles.
Well, I mean, that's why Charles got the shot at the belt, was because he knocked out Beneil Dariush in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to go by that, Tsarukyan did it more impressively. I'm having a
bad
terrible day with the names, but yeah. I think, like you say, he did look like a world beater out there. Like we did brush over quickly on Saturday's episode. It was the first time that he has managed to step up under the bright lights and perform on a big stage.
Yeah. Against the top
guy, because the rest of his wins, they weren't. I'm not saying they weren't against solid competition, but they weren't one of those big names. So it was good to see him go in there and get the dub, because neither of us expected him to.
No, we both thought that Benny would be coming back with a bit of a fire lit under his belly, and maybe that was the case, but he got clipped pretty damn bad in that first round. And in all honesty, it's not looking good for Benny going forward. His chin is kind of showing to be a little bit suspect. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a really good hit, but like he went out straight away, and like his foot wasn't even planted. Obviously, he generated a lot of power. Charles has a lot of power. Obviously, Tsarukyan has a lot of power, which is great, and it's good for knocking people out, obviously. But it's not looking good for Benny. Two first round finishes by knockout. His chin has got to be up there with as a suspect chin. No?
Suspect chin. No.
He's got a suspect chin. It's on the suspect list.
Yeah. I mean,
anyone who wants to hit it.
That's right. Yeah, like you say, I mean, a lot of people would normally kind of, a first round knockout like that, you kind of brush it off and say, well, the guy hadn't quite warmed up and got into the fight yet. And that is a common thing. Like, someone will go in there, they're not kind of warmed up properly, and next thing that they know, they're waking up off the canvas floor. Not because they didn't prepare properly, but because they couldn't get into the moment properly. Yep. But when you do it twice in a row, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. It's it doesn't look good.
No, it definitely doesn't look good, unfortunately. It seems like Benny has seen his best days, and maybe not, maybe not. He could come back and mount another title challenge, but it's really becoming harder and harder for him now. And it's a shame we didn't get to see him challenging for the belt, because he did deserve it, like, big time, before that Charles loss, obviously.
Yeah.
He was the guy, and they never booked him.
That's right. He made it all the way to the top of the mountain, but he just couldn't quite get to the summit.
Yeah.
It was
a shame.
It was an impressive run, but now I think it's Like, yeah,
Feels like it's over.
It does feel like it's over. It would be nice to see him walk in there and get things started again, but he obviously hasn't been booked against the right people to do that lately.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, Tsarukyan's a lot younger, a lot more athletic than he is, but yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of guys like that, you know? There's a lot of guys like that in the lightweight division especially. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I would hate to see him go up against like a Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
Charles, he's already been up against Charles.
Sorry, I just had to. Sure, that wasn't work.
It's all good,
and it wasn't.
Just to let you know, Jackson is on call
all the
that
time.
Means he can be called on to the work that he needs to do.
To milk some squids.
But yeah, again, Tsarukyan, extremely impressive. Like, he looks like he could potentially beat Islam. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say he's going to. I'm not going to say he's the favorite going in there. But like, he has the skill set, it seems, like, to really pose some really big issues towards Islam.
He does.
And not many other guys in the division seem like they have that skill set, but he does. Obviously, he's got the counter wrestling, the wrestling. We don't really know too much about his jiu-jitsu, but his grappling in general is pretty good. Obviously, he's got the punching power, the striking ability. That was a Superman punch. That was basically a Superman punch, and he landed it and straight out. So
perfect, right on the jaw.
Yeah. I think he deserves a title shot next, but who do you think he will or should? Yeah,
I think he should fight Gaethje.
Yeah, so do I.
Just because, like I was saying before, this was his first win on a big occasion, and I think if he's going to go fight for the belt, he wants to be well prepped in those big occasions.
Yep.
A slot on a pay-per-view card against Gaethje, you're going to go maybe second.
We co-main. Yeah.
Second on, like, there's most likely going to be a
There's
title.
Not many bigger stars than Gaethje.
No, that's right.
Picture.
So I think Gaethje is a good fight for him, and I only say that because if he does fight Islam, and say by like good for him, say he does win, he's going to be fighting Gaethje next anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a couple fights down the line, saying that. So,
and Gaethje's another one of those guys that's like right there, but maybe he doesn't quite deserve the shot yet. So put them two together. They are the two people who are like right there, like so close to being able to claim that they deserve it. Let them fight, and then we see who actually deserves it. You know, that gives us a clear number one contender and a clear path forward as Charles and Islam fight. Honestly, super impressive. I'm really impressed by that guy.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do bits in the lightweight division for a long time. He's only 27, like we said. So yeah, no, pretty damn impressive. And he did do it against the top opponent on the night, under the bright lights, and he knocked him out. It wasn't just a decision or anything. It wasn't close at all. So yeah, he's really proven that he's there, and he's there to stay. Anything more on that fight?
No, I think we've babbled on long enough.
Yeah, it was a pretty short fight.
It was a very short fight. We have talked probably for, I'd say, maybe 5 times as long as the fight lasted.
Well, we've been talking for 13 minutes. A little while of that was the intro. Maybe the first 4 minutes we weren't talking about it. We've been talking 10 minutes, and it was like a 1 minute fight. Was it 1 minute? Was it first minute?
I think it was.
Let's have a look, because if it was, then
we will confirm whether or not it was a first minute win.
I always type up the UFC and it like clicks to the ranking straight away. We'll chuck it on the screen, eh? So
1 minute and 4 seconds.
1 minute 4 seconds. So I mean, if it was under a minute, I'd say yeah, title shot, but couldn't quite do the minute mark. So
yeah, those 4 seconds are a real killer.
It's a big deal, and he just couldn't do it. You know, he just couldn't get it done. But you know, maybe next time. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching this short episode of Combat Corner.
If you like what you see, we've got lots of long form content below and lots of other videos like this, so feel free to go along and check it out. We really appreciate all your support. Thanks again for watching.
Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, share it around. Have a good day.
Peace.